And this shit crazy how this shit go. Like I know they gon' hate me for being real, but I know they gon' love me for making it through.
In a world where everybody wants to be a designer right now, everybody's doing their entrepreneur, everybody's small business owner, Black owned, what are some key things to know and do if you're thinking about becoming a designer?
Find a niche. In these times that we're living in, a lot of markets are heavily tapped into. So that's why you have to have a niche. You start with a niche, and from there you build off that niche. You build a fan base off that niche. And it's always, to me, about transitioning. I think often a lot of times we go into things thinking like we can do this forever. And you know, when you study the greats, the reason why the rule 10,000 hours is so important is because once you understand how to master one thing, everything else just becomes easier because you understand the dedication and the time what goes into anything you get into. So the reason why I say find a niche is because you don't want to be just doing this and doing that and just not focused in on one thing, is because you'll never understand how to grow. So I think a lot of entrepreneurs, if I was giving advice to the next entrepreneur, man, find a niche. Find something that you could do without even like feeling like it was work. A lot of times with entrepreneurs, they go into it like, oh, I want to do clothing. Clothing's cool, but I think for me and the way I see the world, if Seven wakes up every day and she's a gamer, she likes to play video games. Me being the parent I am, I'm not gonna say, Seven, I don't want you to play video games. I'm gonna figure out how to educate her so she can learn how to play the video games, but at the same time learn how to leverage off playing video games. You know, and I think that's what I would tell any entrepreneur, is that figure out the things that you enjoy doing and then figure out how to leverage off those things. Because you can leverage off everything if you just really put the time in and the work in to understand it. I think a lot of times the things that we love to do, we doing it, yeah, because we love to do it, but it's always a next level to how you can leverage off of it. Best example, I've seen you behind the camera been leveraging off content lately. And, you know, these are things that you was already doing, but now you just figured out other avenues that's paying you. So now it just makes it, you already was doing it as fun, but now it just makes it like, okay, you have a more so a motive why to do it. And I think, you know, Seven, for example, she likes to do flips. What about if you was to record a flip? I mean, I've seen you watch so many YouTube channels of people going to the beach and flipping each other, and those people are making money off that content. They're still doing what they love to do. Seven, you do 100 flips all throughout the house every day.
And one time when I was at Grandma's house, I did 100 flips.
You did 100 flips. So it was somebody out there in the world that would have loved to watch you do 100 flips, because guess what? They're not at the level that you're at. So we always living through other people's lens in these times that we live in. Everybody's always on this phone. So when you go on YouTube and you type in how to do a cartwheel, it's going to be maybe your video, Ashley's video.
Ashley.
I'm just naming out names. I'm just giving an example. And maybe Malika's video if she does cartwheels. And guess what? Every time you click on those videos, somebody's getting paid to do something that they already love to do. So that's how you leverage. You leverage off the skill sets that you enjoy doing. Hone in on yourself, man. Know yourself. Once you know yourself, you're going to know exactly what to tap into. But just sometimes I think we hear the word entrepreneur and we go to the basics. Oh, I'm going to do a clothing brand just because we think it's so easy. Yeah, it's easy to spend money.
But everything's not easy.
Yeah, and with that being said, what I was about to get to is that it's easy to spend money to make a shirt, But to make a shirt that somebody's going to really want and have value for, that takes a lot of time and skill set. A lot of people make a lot of different things, but when you're able to make something and have somebody else perceive it as art and make them want to spend their money, that's a different level. And I think, you know, that's the part that a lot of entrepreneurs in the starting point, we don't look at. We just think like, oh, okay, I want to do this. It's levels to everything, and you got to put that work in and that time in. Even though like those bracelets, we sat right in this house and made those bracelets with you. And in the beginning, you was doing it. I didn't say nothing. Everybody was doing their bracelets, but you kept looking over to me, and you kept saying, "Dad, that one's fire. I like that one." And then about a third bracelet, you was like, "Yours is fire, Dad." And what did I tell you? I said, you know what? All you got to do is just take your time.
And you got to keep practicing.
And practicing. And so, but the thing, the value, what I'm trying to get you to see is that I didn't have to market this bracelet to you. You just saw it. You just saw these, and all you kept saying was, "I like that one. I like how you did that one.
I like that one the better. This one's cool."
So look. So at that moment, the product spoke to you. I didn't say, "Seven, do you like this?" You just told me you liked it because it spoke to you, and that's when you make something that's good. When you don't have to. See, put it like this, Seven. This is the one you like, right? So if this was sitting right there, right, and you walk past it, you're going to pick that up. You know why you're going to pick it up? Because
it looks fire.
It's drawing you. It's drawing you. And when you make great art, that's what happens. And so that's why I tell you it's important to lock in and focus, because to get to this level, this is just understanding. This is just understanding that these colors mesh. This is just understanding that people love crosses. And when I'm putting it together, I have so much knowledge of what I think people would like and what I know I would like. You get this.
But I know what you did.
What I do?
First you thought, whoa, I'm going to make this kind of bracelet. I'm going to put these beads on there. Then you put the beads together. That's how you make that bracelet. You first thought of the bracelet that you want to make first.
Yeah, I visually seen it in my head first. And then after, what I do, you want me to tell you my cheat code?
Your cheat code is when you think in your head, like, oh, I want this bracelet. Oh, so I just got to get these beads. Oh, I don't have these beads. So you can use a different bead. If you don't have this the exact same thing, you can just use something else.
Yeah. But really, you know my real cheat code? This is what I did, Seven. So, colors. Colors is aura, but you gotta understand pattern. So, the reason why you like this is because the colors mesh. Look at this. When you understand pattern, you easily know that these colors they look good together. It's like when you get dressed now. I'm starting to see it. When you get dressed now,
That's fire.
Yeah, because you're learning how to put. You're learning
how to put those together.
You learning how to put it on. You learning how to put it together.
Oh, you
Because I learned from you.
You little miss put it on.
You learning how to put it together. You learning the sequence. It's called sequence. You learn a pattern. And that's good, because the only reason why you're able to learn that because you're visually seeing it and you're processing it. You're downloading it and you're saying, you know what? If I put this shirt with these leggings and these J's,
it will match.
I know it's gonna match and it's gonna look. You know what I'm saying?
It will look fly.
There you go. So, but that all comes with repetition. It comes with just doing it. Practice, practice, practice.
And practice makes.
But not only practice and evaluation. Because sometimes you could be practicing something and be doing it the wrong way. So you want to make sure you're doing it the right way. And the reason why you know you're doing it the right way is results. And you know what results are? Results is this. If you walk
like the finishing touch.
If you walk past this and this got to you and this stuck to you like, oh, I like that, that's the results we're looking for. If you put this on the table and 20 people walk past it and nobody touch it,
they don't like it.
They don't like it. So we need to go back to the drawing board. There you go.